eForMarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com. It's about 10:50 on the 4th of April, 2019, and I am reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. So follow up to our last short video. We'd suggested that this was a angel test, paid for sure. Anybody that has traded today and thought neutrally has probably had a reasonable day. If your expectation is great big move one direction or the other, you've been disappointed. And by that, I'm talking 20 to 30 point type range. For now, all we know is inside day, and we've got some swinging and profit taking, and the market is still trying to determine direction. Fast moves down are being met with fast moves back up. Now, I'm going to put this on pause for a minute, and if Sean is here and would like to help do a little describing of market action, I'd like to hear his thoughts as the market is moving. And I'm going to leave this on. So, Sean, if you're here, let me know. And if you're willing, let's see what you're thinking today. You here?
Let me get one of my charts up here so I can keep my train of thought.
Sure. And I'm just going to keep this neutral chart on here while you're talking.
Darn it. I went to RTH on me.
Target filled.
There, one of my targets were filled. Playing the range today. We're back up to that 28.83. And I played that down from 78.75. Or 28.75, excuse me. And well, anyway, what I've been trying to grasp on what you've been putting out there right now is the squeeze pivots. So I've needed reconfirmation this morning of squeeze pivots, and I still do. I still need to understand it. I gotta look at it from the short side and the long side, and then the third time through trade. So I've been going back through the 5-minute charts and looking at almost every day how a 3-time through trade occurs. So putting range together, the squeeze pivots, and the third time through right now is what I'm working on for a strategy to try to get myself out there, start making a little bit of money right away.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you, where do you think, if you had to pick 1 or 2 trades today so far to make your 4 or 5 points, or even 2 or 3, you make 2, let's just say 2, where do you think your best odds prior to the start of the day, where do you think your best odds would have come from? What levels?
Right now, the third time through trade would be the one that it takes longer to set up, but it's more of a, I guess you would say, sure thing kind of thing.
Yep. So what level would that be? So I can just put a line on the chart.
Where did I get? I can't pull my chart up here. Right there at between 28.81, about 28.82, right there, down there.
Right in here?
Lower? No, lower. 20. Oh, I'm sorry, 28.80. 28.80. There we go.
Okay. So a buy at this level or a sell at that level?
Yes, a buy this morning at that level.
Okay.
And then let's see, I put the range down from this morning.
So would you be happy if you took a buy here? Would you be happy if you got to test the 83 to 84 area?
Oh yeah, that's a good trade. I could probably end the day with that one.
Okay. So that trade worked.
Yes, it did.
And how about if you were thinking neutrally in a short? What would you be thinking of? Because we'd already taken out the high. So what are you thinking once we get a breakout?
Well, I was a little bit too apprehensive to react off the short coming back down. but it happens most of the time. So I watched it till we got back into range again. I just sat on the sidelines. Let me push my chart around here so I can see things. I was looking at some other stuff right when you called on me.
No problem. That's the way life works. So in reality, right now, you've had a couple of ranges. It's been about a 10-point range. And if you are thinking outside in, meaning use yesterday's high and yesterday's low as your reference points for resistance and traded kind of the middle of that range, you'd probably have better results today than if you were just thinking about a pound up or a pound down. Is that right so far?
Yeah, definitely. I had my mind on the range at first, and then the 3-time through trade stuck in my mind, and I said I better just kind of wait for that to happen. And I did, and that's what really paid off for me. And then when we came back down to 78, 75, I believe it was, yeah, I took that trade back up into 28.83.
Trusting that support is holding.
Well, when we were taking out those squeeze pivots, I was waiting for that last one to be where you got it right now. That last one to go to see if we might be able to short for a long.
Yep.
Yeah, but it didn't happen. So my thoughts were I better just go ahead and take a long as soon as they seem to go the next direction, and that's what happened, and it worked out.
And
it's all sim trading, but
that's okay. That's okay. But the point that I'm trying to suggest is that you have to do the self-talk. You have to find over and over the trades that make sense for you, not the ones that I'm suggesting may or may not work, but the ones you believe in. If you don't believe in the trade, then you're never going to pull the trigger, especially with real money. You're going to say, I'm afraid. So we had talked about this as our resistance target, and often you're going to find you need to move ahead of some of these ranges. So this was an in-betweener. These are the ones in softball where we tried to tell the girls to hit the ball tweeners in between the outfielders, not right at somebody. And you'll see this a lot in this business where they'll knock out one high, but then respect the next one. And that was my point this morning when I said, okay, we said this was our aggressive zone, 82s to 85s, but the normal resistance we want to think of as 88 to 85. And so somebody that thought that way really was able to capitalize on that trade if they believed in it. And then obviously with trailers, you could get a bit more. So I was using this area as our stronger resistance area because I felt, it's either going to set up underneath and then take out the high, not go all at once. And my feeling was going to be more range bound. So that was what I was trying to help you guys say. Don't fall in love up here because, we'd said we could take out both sides. So far, we've only taken out one. But that possibility still exists before the day's over. And I think we've had fairly light volume and not a lot of commitment here to the upside. Traders are so fearful. So they miss a lot of times this type of a trade, but then they may get this part of it down in here. And then the reaction trade where committed long says, nah, I'm taking 75, 72 support until it gets beat. And here's another great swing. So either way you play it, what I'm trying to help you do is say, what trades are you comfortable with? And that's okay. It's not about me. It's about you. Does that help?
Yes, it does. I'm telling you, my head's still spinning.
It's going to take time. It's going to take time.
I gotta just keep on plugging away. But yeah, just this morning, the 3-time through thing, sticking with me, and the pivots, the squeeze pivots, those are key points for me right now. It turned out to be a successful trade for me.
Good.
So what can I say? That's a start.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy that you feel comfortable talking about what's going on, and certainly you're helping other traders too by being open and honest. And anybody else wants a crack at this, certainly make sure that you get your opportunity. More than happy to let you have the mic and do it. Zeke, thank you for that post, by the way,
let me
about
add
that 8175.
I'm kind of paralyzed in the upper body, and I can't hear myself talk. And I was listening to myself the other day. I'm sorry if I sound kind of funny, but sometimes I can't get my words out there. So I have to concentrate on what I'm saying, and really, it's a lot of work to talk. So just wanted to add that.
Okay.
Apologize for it.
No apology necessary. And I'm so glad that you're here in this room, and we're trying to help you the best we can. And we don't have all the answers. We have said that many, many times, that we're doing the best we can to give meaning and to give structure to the market, but nobody really knows. All you can do is try to develop a system that makes sense for you, and hopefully be able to find enough trades within a week. A day time is one thing, but certainly a week, you should be able to find enough to get your VIG to make this a business for you. And if so, then you try to just duplicate it and get yourself better, where you can take the same ideas over and over, week after week, and make it a business. And some weeks you'll do well, some you won't. But if you avoid the big losses, then this is a business. If you get taken out of the game because you're down, 10 points, 10 contracts, and you're saying, oh my God, what am I going to tell my wife? And then all of a sudden you start to lose opportunity cost as well. So the best losses are, nip it in the bud, say, okay, this is a hard business. I know that. I'm not going to hit every pitch out of the park, but I'm going to get my singles and doubles. And if you're trying for your 2 and 3 and 4 points over and over, you'll have more success than if you're always looking for the home run. And the guy this morning that says, okay, we're going to come down here and get 69 and 65 and whatever, guess what? He's already given back most of what he had in his pocket, and unless he just aborted it. So that, on a range type day like we're expecting right now, that idea will help you if you're only thinking small instead of always the big home run. And you'll risk 2 and make 2, and a trailer will get a little bit more, and you say, okay, I don't want to risk 5 points to get 1 more. Why would you in a 10-point run coming into the Angel, coming into a big idea? Why would you do that? Why would you not just abort it and say, come to me, I'll take another short if you give it to me? And then you take another one. Even if it doesn't come out the bottom, maybe get 2 points or 1.5. That's the way I think. Hope that helps. And I'm going to stop this recording. It's gotten a bit long already, but very, very helpful for anybody who wants to listen to it. Listen to real traders and the growing pains we all have getting into this business.